Jai Shri Ram. Chapter 4. Stay in Chitrakoot. Shri Valmiki Ji had suggested to Shri Ram to stay in Chitrakoot for the first stage of his forest sojourn. Among the saints who visited Gurudev, there was one Ranchoddasji, Mahant of Chitrakoot. It is believed that if one stayed here for 6 months on a diet of fruits alone and did mantra jap of 1,25,000 Ram Nam, then all his wishes would get fulfilled. Therefore, the place has become a tapo bhumi for Mahatmas and the common man alike. As Mahant of Janki Kund, Ranchoddasji was engaged to Sadhu Seva. He used to canvass from house to house to collect food grains for the sadhus. This system was known as Kamdhenu. People in Chitrakoot and adjacent villages would set aside sackful of grains for Ranchoddasji's Sadhu Seva. Thus, the noble work proceeded uninterrupted from year to year. Whenever Gurudev came to Chitrakoot to collect his monthly money order, he would make it a point to meet Ranchoddasji. Their admiration and reverence for each other was mutual. Once, when Gurudev was on such a routine visit, the Mahatmas of Janki Kund approached him and said, "Maharaj Shri, our well has become totally dry, and even for one bucketful of water, we have to go all the way to the river. Please do something about it." Gurudev smiled, and on pretext of taking a closer look, he went down in the dry well and invoked Lord Varun, the rain god, and later told the sadhus, "Fetch about 10 buckets of water from the river Mandakini and put them in the well. Then everything will be all right." His instructions were obeyed immediately, and miraculously, hitherto untapped, new springs of water shot up from the well. And now the same is able to supply water perennially, all the year round. By his mantra shakti, Gurudev did what modern science cannot achieve even today. He explained the phenomena as such. Between the universal Brahman and the primal elements such as air, light, earth, water and fire, there is no duality. It is this supreme power which makes it possible for Brahma to create, for Vishnu to nourish, and for Rudra to destroy the universe. It pervades the universe as the 5 primal forces mentioned above, and it can choose to favor anyone on whom God has bestowed His divine grace. Devotees and sadhaks can be classified in 2 categories: those of earthy nature, demonic, and those with the divine nature, that is, the yogis. Science has just begun to tap a small fraction of this force to use it to accumulate wealth or power and to subjugate people, whereas the yogis can manifest any of these primal forces without a desire for personal gain, merely for the service of humanity in distress. All know that 2 parts of hydrogen and 1 part of oxygen produces water. Similarly, Siddhas like Gurudev can harness any one of these primal forces, in this case the water for the well, by his mantra shakti. A misguided sadhak may use the Vashikaran mantra to enslave others, but a true Siddha will only use it to spread love and brotherhood among the mankind. In science, this knowledge is called discovery, while in yoga, we call it a siddhi. With the passage of time, Ranchoddasji realized that old age was drawing nearer. He sent for Gurudev and requested him to take over the post of Mahant in his ashram. Gurudev replied, I am not suited for such administrative duties. I do not believe in buildings, but I do believe in bread for the needy, and I also believe in continuing sadhu seva for the Mahatmas. Another saint, Ranchoddasji, assured Gurudev that he would help him in the work of procuring food grains from the people. On receiving this assurance, Pujya Shri acceded to Bodhramdasji's request and shifted from Juri to Janki Kund. Later, Bodhramdasji left this mortal world with an immensely lightened heart. After completing the rituals concerning the ex-Mahant's demise, Gurudev took stock of the current situation. Things were in total disarray. However, he did find a notebook containing a list of names of annual grain donors. Naturally, on such onerous burden being placed on his shoulders, his prayers to God were, O Lord, with thy help nothing is impossible, but without it nothing at all is possible. Jai Shri Ram.